Hello, and thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels Live Hospitality Talk Show. I almost said it again. I keep saying, the old thing was saying oh, the thank you for joining, my live radio show, but it's not a radio show anymore. It's a hospitality talk show. So we get up close and personal with people. I get to see comments and all that kind of stuff from people on Facebook, on YouTube. Currently, well, normally it would been on LinkedIn too, but I'm gonna have to do secondary to LinkedIn today, not live today, because guess what? My algorithms on LinkedIn, they figured me out, right? So you guys know my new platform where I was actually streaming to LinkedIn, Facebook Live, and to YouTube. Well, the algorithms on LinkedIn are set up where if you're streaming to, I guess, multiple platforms other than LinkedIn, they don't look favorable on that. So basically, they penalized me, which means I'm not getting the viewership that I should from the live show. So anyway, so I need to work on that stuff. So I'm gonna experiment a little bit on what's going on, but we'll figure it out, right? But anyway, thank you so much for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels Live Hospitality Talk Show. Where today we're on live on YouTube and live on Facebook Live. Does that make sense? Live on Facebook. So we're all about connecting people and collaboration. Today is March 16th, Tuesday. Guess what show it is? Number 99. Everybody's wondering. They're waiting to see, what am I gonna do for show number 100? Well, guess what I'm gonna do? Um, because it's International Women's Month, the month of March, I'm gonna have women on next week. Okay, and they're going to ask me questions. So I have a list of ladies that I want to be on the show. Some of the ladies have been on the show before, some of them have not. So they can come on and ask me, questions, whatever question they want to ask me. Well, hopefully it's hospitality related or show related or whatever, my career, whatever. So I'm gonna have a couple of them on, probably upwards of about 10, okay, on the show. So maybe not all at one time, but we're gonna have them on the show nonetheless. So it's gonna be a great show. So make sure you tune in to next week's show, same time, same channel, all that stuff. That's for show number 100. But today is show number 99. So we're still disrupting the status quo. That's what we do here, right? That's what I do at least. So, but thank you so much for joining. Let me go back to make sure there's some comments to see if I see any comments. Do I see any comments? Because I'm working. I got to work on like three different screens here, which is crazy. But I got to do what I have to do, right? So I have. Thank you so much, Carrie Morrissey, for give me a thumbs up for liking it, as well as CC Anderson. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You guys have comments? Go ahead and make some comments so I can, talk about some stuff. Marsha, thank you so much. Marsha is she's the new Ronan. Okay. Ronan was, when I was with LA Talk Radio, he was the producer. So Marsha, I, confer with her before I go live. I want to make sure everything looks okay. Am I bright enough? Is the backdrop or the background, is it clean? Does it look, out of sorts? All that kind of stuff. So, is my sound good? So I do appreciate that. So thank you so much, Marsha, for doing that for me. Industry news. What's going on in the industry? Let's see. I think I'm forgetting something. I'm looking to see. Am I forgetting something? I don't think so. But anyway, I received this. Okay, industry news. Okay, let me focus. So I received this survey from Connect. Now, Connect is it's a organization for hoteliers, hotel salespeople, and meeting planners or hotel site selection people like me. So it's like a trade show. They put on a trade show where you can go and meet. For me, I'm meeting potential sites for meetings or conventions or conferences or whatever. And for the hoteliers, they're meeting people that actually plan these events or their site selection people or whatever. So it brings, people together. So it's a whole conference, it can be 2 or 3 days, there's food, drink, hotel rooms, all this kind of stuff. So it's all about networking. So that's what it is. So they send out surveys from time to time. And I got this survey and it said, what new safety protocols have DMOs taken to keep attendees safe? So it's probably like 30 questions I think I answered. Just from, what would what would be the reason that you would book with certain, DMOs or certain cities or destinations or whatever. So I'm like, this is kind of right on time, because I've been saying that, DMOs need to take the lead on this from the hotels, because they are the tourism experts, meaning the destination experts. The hotels are part of that group, but people come to the DMOs for, what restaurants, I mean, things outside of just the hotels. What about the restaurants? What about, parks? What about, recreation? What about entertainment? All that other stuff that makes up a destination, right? It's not just about the hotels. Rental car, how, the amount of lift coming in, that's airlines coming into that area. They have an airline or an airport there, so they have a huge responsibility. So I've been saying that they need to take the lead over this, and a lot of them have. But I need to see stuff. I need to see things being put out there, promotions, marketing, social media. I'm big on that, right? So, but they asked a bunch of questions. I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was timely, of course, and I took my time and answered it and sent that in. So hopefully they, I'm sure other people did that as well. But that was one of the things that I did this week. So it's always good to kind of, think about it from, from a planner's perspective or a site selection person's perspective, and send these things out to, organizations like Connect, or maybe Site, or MPI, or, they're kind of all in the same kind of group, if you will. So speaking of MPI Southern California chapter, they have their diversity dialogue, a conversation on inclusion, which is March 24th at 11 a.m. I mentioned that last week. I'll mention it this week. I'll mention it until it happens, right? So, and I'm actually signed up for that. I believe I signed up for that. Yeah, I did sign up for that one. So I should be on that as well. Moving my thing a little bit. Have you guys noticed that I turned my iPad, what is it called? It was horizontal before, now it's vertical, or it's vertical, now it's horizontal, or whatever. It's up and down. But anyway, I was talking to this one of my neighbors, okay, knowing for years. I don't know what happened there. A neighbor I've been knowing for years, right? So I told him, he's like this old, he's a tech guy. Maybe he used to write code. He did his own websites, things like that. So I've seen, his name is Dan. So I've seen him, for years on my neighborhood. I do my yard. He walks by. We talk about my yard, and he said, "Well, what do you do?" And I told him what I did. When I worked in the hotel space, and what I do now. He said, "Oh, you have a podcast?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, now it's visual. I mean, it's on video, so you can actually watch it." So he said, "Okay, I'm gonna check it out." So he checked it out, and he actually had a list of things for me. Like on Saturday, I saw him. He said, "Hey, did you ever think about maybe changing the camera?" Because he said, "You're a little bit too close to the camera." So I said, "Okay, I'm gonna take that under advisement. Thank you so much." So now he said, "You should see people from the waist up." He said, "Because normally you can see me maybe from chest up. So maybe, yeah, a little bit waist up." So I kind of adjusted that. So that's the reason why, because I listen to people, right? I mean, if they give me advice, some sound advice, that can make my show better, then that's what I'm gonna do. So I actually did that. And so thank you so much, Dan. And I actually did something else too that I'm gonna show you later. Another suggestion from Dan. So thank you so much, Dan. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate you listening and supporting me on my live talk radio show. Or why did I say that? My live hospitality talk show, not radio show. But anyway, so thank you so much, Dan. And also HSMAI, Los Angeles chapter, they have a Zoom webinar on how to cold call and build new customers. That will be a good one. That's actually tomorrow, March 17th, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So if you're interested in that, you need to, what do you need to do? Go to hsmai.org, I believe, and you can sign up for that. And then the MPI, go to mpiscc.org as well to sign up for those. So how to cold call. I'll be interested in seeing how to cold call. So that would be good. Thank you so much, Michelle. Hello, Michelle Carlin. Thank you so much for chiming in and saying, "Hey, what's going on?" And I don't see any comments on YouTube. So what's going on here, people? Help me out. I need some questions. I need some say, "Hey." Anyway, no, I don't need that. But if you want to do that, you feel free to do it. Hey, I've been on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is killing it. Okay, I don't know if you guys listen to it or know what it is, but I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. Um, it's a lot of good conversation. I told Miss Carlin this last week. We had a conversation about Clubhouse, and she said, "Well, I don't have an iPhone." Okay, well, it's gonna come out to it's gonna come out to Droids at a different point, I guess. I don't know when that's gonna be, but it's still in beta test. But it's only on, you have to have an iPhone to get on, and you have to be invited to get on. So I told her, you need to invest in the iPhone then, because there's a lot of information out there. People are killing it out there. There's a lot of information about what we do here as far as the hotel space, but any spaces you can think of. I mean, they're talking about investments. They're talking about people in Hollywood, like movie producers or whatever. You get people that like will pop in, like Elon Musk will pop in and talk about, Tesla and things like that in certain chat rooms, right? So I mean, you get people, the real experts, but then, but you'll get people like myself to get on there, and they ask questions, they post things in question format because they want you to interact and talk, right? It's only as good as the people that are in the chat room and speaking, right? So today I actually spoke on like two of them this morning. From like, I was on one this morning at 6:30. Okay, I was just about to start my walk, and I just looked at, what categories or what topics were they were talking about. There's always hospitality something, or LinkedIn strategies, or Instagram, or TikTok. Did you know TikTok? Okay, we always think TikTok is for kids, right? Well, did you know 40%, I think it's over 40% of the people that look at TikTok are mothers. I mean, they can be certain ages, but they're mothers. They can be, 30, 40 years old, right? So it's a new wave of hoteliers or hoteliers, depending on if you're in America or, overseas, um, that are adopting TikTok for promotions or doing, advertising or whatever. So it's a good way to do that. So those are things that I'm learning because people are bringing that up and bringing it, to mind. Like, well, hey, let me check this out. So if you go to TikTok and you type in a category, hotels, a lot of hotels will pop up. So I wasn't even familiar with that. I mean, I'll tell you this, I've had a TikTok account for about 6 months, but I haven't used it, right? But since I started reading or started hearing about this in these chat rooms on Clubhouse, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and start using it. So I actually posted some stuff the other day on TikTok, right? It didn't have me in there, had to do with the hotel that I was in. So I just posted a video that I had already done. So just to see how, just to see what it will do. Just like I do things with Instagram as well. And I told you guys last week about Instagram. If you're posting things on Instagram, make sure you do it a video and do it reels, Reels. Okay, so, and that's an option on the bottom of your phone. It says reels, right? Let me just see if I can, because some people are like, what the heck is he talking about? What is reels? So if you see, it says post, story, and reels. It's at the bottom. So just click on reels, and it's just another form of video, but it's the answers, Instagram's answer to TikTok. So basically it's the same kind of format, but it's Instagram versus TikTok. So that's what it is. So you heard that on Russell, on air with Russell of Hotels, just in case there's any, like, where'd you hear that from? No, you heard it on Russell told me. That Russell guy on air with Russell of Hotels. He thinks he knows everything about, hotels and marketing. Yeah. Anyway, so if you're not on Clubhouse, check it out. I actually have 7 invitations to Clubhouse. Okay, so if someone, and I've been mentioning this for this is the 3rd week in a row, no one is taking me up on this. All you have to do is hit me up, text me, and my phone number is on my website. So go to russellofhotels.com. I forgot what it was. russellofhotels.com. My phone number is on there. That's my cell phone. Just click on there and say, hey, this is so and so. You mentioned invitation to TikTok. I mean, invitation to Clubhouse, and I'll send it to you. But I just need your phone number. That's the thing, because it works via your phone. Okay, iPhone only. It's exclusive. Okay, Michelle, it's exclusive. So hey, Skip, what's up? Me and Skip, well, I'll tell a story about Skip later. No, the restaurant we went to the other day. So I need somebody to I need a wingman to go with me to these restaurants because I need someone that eats meat to eat something that's non-meat to tell me that it's good or not. So Skip is my wingman. So I'll let you guys know about what we did over the weekend. So, but anyway, getting back to Clubhouse, just make sure you check it out. Are you on it? Great conversations, an opportunity to learn more things, connect with people, contribute to the conversation. People are getting business from this stuff too, right? If they know what you do and they think you're the expert on it, people will offline, they will, connect with you and go from there. My involvement in Clubhouse has grown my connections from on other platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn. I mean, like over probably 200 connections and 200 real connections, people that actually can add something, not just a bunch of fluff. Okay, so that's my experience with Clubhouse. I think it's good. And you get to, like I said, you get to meet a lot of people, and I've actually been invited twice to moderate a couple clubhouses. I haven't taken up on it yet, but there's another one that's in the works now. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Depends on if I vibe with this person or not. We'll see over the next couple of days and see. But I'll let you know if I'm going to do a moderating on Clubhouse. So what else? What else? What else? Hospitality Clubhouse rooms have grown the most. Yeah, there's a lot of hospitality clubs on there. But what I mentioned last week is that we need more like meeting professionals on there, DMO people, destination marketing organizations or CVBs, and tourism boards. We need those people on there. I know like Mariless is on there, Junior's on there. They're both with Visit Anaheim, but they work, during the day. So, a lot of them, they can't be on during the times that these chat rooms are going, but there are some that are after 6 p.m., right? There's people in New York that don't sleep, right? Or there's people around the world. And that's the beauty about it. You don't just get people in the US's perspective on things. You get people around the world. There's people in Dubai, India, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, everywhere around the world, Africa, that are talking. And we all have shared experiences, right? We really don't know. You really don't think about it because we only think about our own bubble here in the US, like dealing with COVID. Well, they're dealing with COVID a lot worse than we are. They haven't, a lot of these places like Ireland, I think I mentioned, no, Scotland, I mentioned this last week, where they're not getting any information or receiving any information from the government as far as when they can open and things like that. And we're complaining about masks. Okay, so get over it, people. So, but anyway, so there's people that are dealing with a lot more stuff than we are. So, but it's always good to see a different perspective on things, on how they feel about things or whatever. So, enough on Clubhouse. Like I said, I'm not getting paid for it, but I think it's something that's good. It's something important. It's something that will grow your brand. So if Michelle Carlin is listening, it will help grow your brand and get your message out there, because you have some good stuff, right? If I use you, then there's many people that would use you as well. So there you go. I'm done on that. I'm getting off that soapbox. I'm going to move on to something else. Woo! What would prevent you from traveling in 2021? Did I mention that I was 100% vaccinated now? I'm fully vaccinated. I'm good. As of last Friday, I'm good to go. I'm feeling good. No soreness at all today. I was sore I think my arm was sore at least 2, maybe even 3 days after. Maybe it just ended yesterday. But I'm good now. Good to go. Feeling good. Got my 12,000 steps in this morning. So I'm good. So um I'm ready to travel. Okay. So actually something came up and I may be going to Tucson for something. I think it's Connect. It may be a Connect conference. I'm thinking about it. I've applied to go. So you have to apply to go and see if they'll accept you. So if I'm accepted, guess what? I'm going. And it's next month. No one knows that yet, but only you guys know. So whoever's watching the show knows that I may be going to Tucson. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I am fully vaccinated, although the CDC says now, if you've been fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask. Yeah, right. No, be smart about it. Just because you're fully vaccinated, I'm still going to wear the mask. Okay. So you still have to go with the protocol. Don't be silly. Don't be out there doing something crazy. But anyway, that's me. But I'm still going to wear the mask. In fact, I still do wear the mask. Who's hiring? I only had one person that was hiring. And remember, I only look at the last week. So 6 days basically. So if it's outside 6 days, I'm not putting it up there because those things they stay up there forever. I don't even know if these people hire people, but anyway, these organizations, I'm not even sure if these organizations hire people, but my job is to put out the information. What happens after that, that's on them. But who's hiring? But before I get to that, remember what I mentioned last week is had to do with let's up our LinkedIn game because your resume or LinkedIn is your basically online resume. So make sure you have an updated headshot. I need to actually update my headshot. So, but I'm not trying to find a job, right? But anyway, so update your headshot. Make sure it's professional. It's eye-catching background. Nothing in the background, no logos, no groups, people in the back having a drink or whatever, or trade shows or personal images. Like I got pictures in the back, and I think you see my daughter's picture back then when she was like 2 years old. No, you don't need to put that stuff. So just make sure the backdrop is tight, is just on you, right? So just make sure it's professional. So I actually posted this. I said I was going to post it, I guess sooner, but I actually just posted it this morning. Has to do with the new hiring and interview landscape for hotels. Hotel Business Review, March 2021. Suzanne McIntosh is the one that did this. So I didn't come up with this information. It's solely on Miss Suzanne McIntosh. So I posted this on my blog. So if you go to russellofhotels.com, go to the blog, and the first thing you're going to see is that information on, it is a whole bunch of things. I mean, I just named a couple different things, but no, it's more than just update your headshot. There's probably 2 pages of stuff on there. So when you get a chance, go and check it out. So who's hiring? It's opening DOS. An opening DOS, the Cambria in Calabasas, California, and the company is 24/7 Hotels, which is the owner/management company, I believe. So Calabasas is north of Los Angeles. I think it's about 30 minutes. In fact, the Kardashians live in Calabasas. That's where they live. Okay. So that's where Calabasas is. So it's a new Cambria out there. So they're looking for an opening DOS, director of sales. So check that one out. It's on H Careers. And that's the only one I had today. Can you believe that? But anyway, okay, whatever. So what is your LinkedIn SSI score? I talk about this every week. Have you done anything to improve? Mine is still at 70 out of 100. It's based on 4 categories: establishing your personal brand, or your professional brand, find the right people, engage with insights, build relationships. So just clicking I like this is not enough. Okay, so you have to actually, if you want your number or score to go up, you have to engage with the insights, meaning if there's comments, people have made comments on certain things, or put a video up, you need to make a comment under there. In order for your score to go up, you need to make comments on there. And it's not just for sales and marketing people. Okay, if you're trying to up your whole brand game, regardless of what your brand is, and you're on LinkedIn, you need to follow some of these rules. Yeah, follow some of the rules, because the algorithms, if you do these things, that helps you on the algorithms, or helps the algorithms, or whatever. So meaning you get better placement than other people, or you get more people viewing your live show than other people. Okay, so but it's not been working for me, but anyway. But that's a good way of doing it. But I have to experiment with things, right? So, and I mentioned this earlier, that when I did this StreamYard thing today, I only streamed to YouTube and Facebook, because I wasn't getting the type of viewership, I wasn't getting the type of engagement on LinkedIn that I got the previous weeks. And I think it has to do with, because I asked someone on Clubhouse, because there's LinkedIn chat rooms, people that are experts on LinkedIn, they try to get around the algorithms, or what's the best way to present like a video or whatever. So I asked someone in one of these chat rooms, I said, hey, I'm having issues with, not enough people are watching my videos. And it was before, I got up to 5,000 videos. Last week, guess how many people watched the show? 250. I'm like, there's something wrong. So they said it could have something to do with you're streaming to too many platforms. So what I did was I said, okay, I'm gonna, I took LinkedIn off this week, because normally I was streaming to 3. So I took LinkedIn off, And then what I'm going to do is take this same, when this video is over, I'm going to take the recording and put it on LinkedIn and see how it does. So it's all about experimenting, you know. So you have to, in marketing, everything is just, that's not one thing that you try is going to, oh, it's automatically going to work. Okay. So I mean, I've had this issue before and other things. So you just have to keep trying and see what the secret sauce. You probably will never figure out what the secret sauce is, but you know, you got to do what you have to do. So I'm in that mode where I have to experiment with different things from a marketing standpoint. So it's okay to do that. Woo! So there you go on that. Is your hotel open? I need some water. I'm a little parched. I've been talking for 27 minutes already. Oh my goodness. Woo! Nothing like some good cold water. Sparklets. No, no, I'm joking. That's Voss water. Okay, so you see, I got that advertising. Voss water. Drink Voss water. It's a major sponsor of the On Air with Russell of Hotels Hospitality Show. I wish. Anyway, so is your hotel open or did you go back to work? Create some FOMO. I created some FOMO this week or last week on Friday. In fact, after I got my shot, I'm feeling so good after my shot. I said, I'm gonna go, and who's texting me? What is this? Oh no. Oh no, we're not dealing with that right now. So I was feeling so good after my last vaccination. I stopped by the Ace Hotel, right? So I stopped by the Ace Hotel downtown LA, right there on Broadway. I think it's at the 500 block, 900 block. I can't remember. Anyway, it's on Broadway. So I stopped there. I actually know the GM there, Ssi Score, right? So I text him. I just text him and said, "Hey, in the area, what's going on? How you doing?" He said, "Hey, you want to come for coffee?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'm kind of in the area." So I stopped by. He had to go to a meeting, but he allowed me to post up, and it it became my office for the day, right? So you guys know beforehand, before COVID, pre-COVID, I would pick hotels all the time and just camp out or post up in their lobby or somewhere within their hotel, and that would be my office for the day. And I would post these things on my social media platforms and all this. Hashtag my office for number 4 the day, right? So I did that on Friday. So I did that, and what? I did that, and then what? Okay. Well, I checked it out. Checked out the hotel now. They're starting, that hotel had been open. They reopened sometime in February, I believe. And I think this last weekend they were expecting to do about 50% downtown. So that was great. I'm like, great, because they're normally doing like probably 10 to 15%. So they had a big, increase in occupancy over the weekend. So that's great. So that's, so I don't even know why I'm even saying it. Why am I rambling? Why can I come up with anything? But anyway, just use social media consistently to get your message out. So I happen to help them out do that. I mean, they do a good job on their own with social media and things like that. But it's better. I'm telling you this. It's always good that someone outside of their space does some social media stuff for them. I mean, it's great that you do something because you have to do something to create FOMO. But what the best FOMO is when someone outside the organization does it and posts it on their page, right? So then it becomes, oh, Russell did that. Okay, Russell posted this about the Ace Hotel. So that goes a lot further than just the Ace Hotel doing it, right? So just remember that hoteliers, hoteliers, DMOs, XYZs, get people that are advocates of your brand to put their message out on their page, and that goes a heck of a lot further than if it came from them. So, but you still have to create FOMO, so it doesn't matter. So hotels, if you're not creating FOMO, create some FOMO. And I'm gonna show you a video in a minute, which is a new thing to On Air with Russell of Hotels. But just use social media consistently to get your message out, whatever your product or service is, stay relevant, and it should be a huge part of your marketing strategy. Non-meat eats. Okay, you guys know I don't eat meat. Okay, I'm plant-based, 100% plant-based. I don't call myself a vegan because veganism comes with something else, and I'm not at that point yet. Okay, I'm not even gonna go into the veganism part, but I'm 100% plant-based. Okay, and I'm a vegan in training. Let's just put it like that. That sounds good. Vegan in training. Okay, so I've been on this mushroom kick. I think I mentioned this last week. Creminis, portobellos, shiitake, oysters. I'm in the oyster mushroom so much. We bought a log of, I don't know if they call them spores, mushroom spores. We're growing some. I'm starting to grow some mushrooms. I love mushrooms so much. I'm about to grow some. So I got this log that has these spores on them. You water it, or you mist it. You mist it so often, put it outside in the sunlight, and it starts growing mushrooms, oyster mushrooms. So I'm gonna show you that once it happens. Of course, I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that somewhere because it's hashtag non-meat eats. Okay, I eat mushrooms all day long. So, and also I'm gonna do this when I do a restaurant. When I go to a restaurant, a non-meat eats place of the week. Okay, the non-meat eats place of the week is Monty's Good Burger. Okay, so I mentioned my friend Skip. What is FOMO? FOMO stands for fear of missing out. So hashtag fear of missing out, or the acronym is FOMO. Okay, so thank you for that's a good question, Skip. Skip didn't know what FOMO was. Okay, but Skip's not in this space. So he's not social media, so he wouldn't know what that is, right? So we give him a pass today. Victor didn't know what it was either, and he's in the space. So if anything, we should be mad at Victor Simmons, okay? But that's okay. We'll give Victor a pass too because he's a good friend of mine, just like Skip. So we're gonna give Skip we'll give Skip a pass today. But FOMO stands for fear of missing out. So I created a little fear of missing out with Monty. So Skip and I went. Like I said, I need a wingman to go to these restaurants. Someone that doesn't eat meat, or someone that eats meat goes to a place that doesn't serve meat. So Monty's Good Burger is 100% plant-based food. Okay, so everything from the cheese to of course the French fries and how they prepare it. The burgers are, I think, beyond meat. It's like I call it the vegan or plant-based In and Out because it's that good. I mean, I remember In and Out, right? You guys know In and Outs here for people outside of LA. You're ever well? I think now they're in Texas now, right? So if you're in the States, look for an In and Out burger. Okay, I guarantee you it would be the best burger you've ever had. Okay. Make sure you get it animal style. Okay. But anyway, but Monty's is like the answer for me for In and Out. Okay. So, and Skip ate it and he said, if you didn't tell me, if I didn't know that, because he was eating it in, they even have come with these dipping sauce because they have tater tots, right? They have regular fries and they have tater tots. And Skip said, if you wouldn't have told me that it was 100% plant based, he would never have known. And he got this dipping sauce that was like, I can't remember what it was, but normally it would be like a mayonnaise base or whatever, but it wasn't. He said this is vegan too. I said, yeah, 100%. So it just blew him away. So to bring someone that's a meat eater, a bona fide stamping meat eater, okay, to a place that's 100% plant based, and he's just blown away. I did my job right. Drop the mic. I'm done. I'm out of here. But yeah, but thank you, Skip, for going with me there. And then plus, well, no, I should be thanking him because he bought, right? So, but next time we're gonna go to Cena Vegan, and that's a Mexican vegan place. So it's CENA. Okay, so we're gonna go to that place next. And then I just got word of this new place. I can't think of. It's called Brothers Meatballs. It's on Sunset in, I think it's in WeHo or it's in Hollywood, either West Hollywood or Hollywood. I can't remember, but it's on Sunset and it's all vegan too. And it's an Italian place. So I just found out about this the other day. So we got like two places we got to go to, Skip. So of course I'm gonna talk about it on the show because I'm all about. If I'm not about hotels, travel, tourism, it's non-meat eats. Okay, hashtag non-meat eats or hashtag hospitality unplugged. Just remember those things. Hotels, are you reinventing yourself? Are you swerving? Swerving is the new P word. I was on one of those Zoom, not Zoom calls. I was on a in a clubhouse, and the guy said he mentioned pivot, right? He said, that word is just been overused. And I got on there and said, yeah, I use swerve. He said, what? He said, I'm gonna use that too. So on air with Russell of Hotels, we don't pivot, we swerve. So are you reinventing yourself? Hotels, are you reinventing yourself? Are you swerving? If there's no business travel, how are you promoting to the leisure sales market? Okay, so think about those things because no business travel is going on right now, as far as I know. Right? If there is, let me know. Give me a holler. But we all know that people are doing the staycation. All I ever wanted, staycation, have to get away. Okay, little go-go's there, right? Didn't think I knew that, right? Any, That kind of surprised me, right? So, but anyway, so hotels are starting, especially here in Southern California or whatever, especially when Disney and Universal are going to open. That's going to be huge for Southern California, right? So that's huge for hotels, restaurants, whatever. Restaurants already reopened back to the public, meaning they can have people go inside the restaurants now, because before it was only outside seating. I'm sure they're still going to have the outside dining as well, but the inside is now open. Although, of course, there's a capacity level, but call that restaurant and find out what that is, whatever the guidelines are for that particular establishment. But we're getting back here online. But what are you doing for leisure? What are you doing for the leisure market? Because, like I said, business travel is not coming back yet. Okay, so make sure you're doing things for the leisure market, your local market, your drive market, all that stuff. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Contact information. How are you trying to, or if you're trying to get a hold of Russell of Hotels, how do you do that? Russell, my email is russell@russellofhotels.com. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at Russell of Hotels. I'm on LinkedIn at Russell L. Etman and Russell of Hotels. Yeah, I do have two LinkedIn pages, a corporate page and a personal page. Facebook, Russell L. Etman and Russell of Hotels. YouTube, Russell of Hotels. Please subscribe. No one's been subscribing lately. I don't know what's going on. I was like on fire. I went from like 9 to 12, from 12 to 20, from 20 to 29, and that's where I am now. So go to my YouTube page, Russell of Hotels, and please subscribe. You ain't got to ever go back again, but just please subscribe. Okay. So thank you so much. Because most people that watch videos on YouTube they're not subscribers. They just go. And you know how I know that? Because I have the metrics and I can see that I got so many views off of certain things, but then you see, well, how many from those views, how many people subscribe? It was like, I got like almost 1,000 views on this one thing. And then it says how many out of those 1,000 people that looked at your video, how many subscribers? Zero. Okay. So that just tells me, yeah, it's important, but it doesn't stop people from going and looking at watching the video. So it's all about, one thing I found out because I was doing this whole, I'm big on social media, right? So I'm trying to figure out how, not that I'm trying to get around an algorithm or anything like that. I don't have time and I'm not that smart to even try to figure that out, right? But what it has to do with is posting and engagement for the most part. Like, what are you posting? Is it video versus still pictures? So videos are always going to work better than still pictures. I always mention that, right? And make sure your pictures are not stock photos. They're pictures that you took out of your phone, right? So, and then people think that, oh, the pictures have to be professional and, professional video. No, the algorithm's set up where they want you to do bootleg videos, okay? Because it's more personal and it's more, on the go. People, because they believe me, the algorithms can figure out, or SEO or whatever, they can figure out if it's a professionally done video or if it's from the phone, an iPhone video, right? It can tell. So it's set up that way that they don't want that stuff. Like TikTok. Do you see anybody professionally doing videos for TikTok? No, that stuff is on the fly. And that's why it receives so many, so much good content, or people always watching it and all that stuff, because it's on the fly stuff. It's not professionally done. It's just your average person doing it, right? So just think about that and I just do videos, okay? I don't want them all bouncing around. I don't want the sound distorted or anything like that, but I can do my own videos, right? So you can do your own videos. So it's all about the video, the content, and and yeah. So that's basically what separates you from other things. And the people that go viral, I mean, it has to do with the subject matter. What the heck is it? And how does that resonate with that receiver? So what is it? Someone getting knocked out? Of course, anything negative is always gonna be good, right? It's always gonna go viral. But how do you get something that's not negative to go viral? That's the key. Okay, once you figure it out, let me know. I'm on Clubhouse, so it's Russell of Hotels as well, and my website is russellofhotels.com. Sponsorships or promotional opportunities, go to my website and it'll give you all the information about being a sponsor or or promotion. If you want to come on the show and talk, or just want me to talk about, you see where the ticker is right there? Just imagine your company is just ticking away across the thing. Oh, there's a Monty's in Riverside. I didn't know that. Okay, thank you, Marsha. So there's a Monty's Good Burger in Riverside as well. That's right. They have several locations, but there's one in Riverside too, out in the IE. Now that's for people outside of LA or Southern California or California in general or the US. Riverside is one of those suburbs of Los Angeles. It's in another county. It's in Riverside County, so it's about an hour and 20 minutes away. So there is a Monty's Good Burger out there. So thank you so much for letting me know, Marsha. I do appreciate that. Oh boy, I'm almost out of breath, and I've been going for 42 minutes straight. Can you believe that? So okay, what else? Okay, so I'm a marketing disruptor. Okay, so this whole show is about disrupting. Okay, disrupting the status quo, right? No one else was doing a radio show at the time, and I turned it into a hospitality talk show. I mean, there's other shows that are going on, but no one within my circle of people that I know. So guess what? That's why I did this, because I want to make sure that hospitality people or hotel people, they have a voice. I can talk about trends. I can talk about, just different topics or whatever. I can be off the cuffs. I can laugh. I can sing the go-go's of, instead of vacation, I call it staycation. Staycation, all I ever wanted. Okay, so I sang that a little while ago, so I'm not gonna sing anymore. So you guys can stop. I don't need any comments about that. Okay, but if you're reopening a place, if your hotel is opening, if you got a new job, I mean, let's talk about it. Let me know. I'll put it out there because I'm big on, you know, throwing people's names out there. Okay. So thank you so much. So reach out to Russell of Hotels, Russell at Russell of Hotels, if you're interested in sponsorships and things like that, or just go to russellofhotels.com. Look at I think it says promotions or sponsorship. It says sponsorship tab. Click on that. It tell you all the things that are included with that. Who listens? I mean, people from around the world listen. I mean, believe it or not, I've reached the continent of Africa, okay, but the UK, Australia, New Zealand, I mean, not all 200 and something countries, listen, but we have some representation in some of these countries that I didn't know. So there you go. So thank you so much for everyone around the world that listens or watches on air with Russell of Hotels. I do appreciate it. And if there's anything, like I said, I mean, we have the capability now of seeing comments, and I can respond real time now. So that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about. So what is the Russell of Hotels group? What am I doing here? We talk about digital marketing. We're all about branding, digital marketing, via social media. Anything social media we do, I build your presence on social media with videos and postings, more videos than anything else, right? Because videos get more views than still pictures. So always remember that. If you don't ever ask me anything or ask Russell of Hotels to do anything for you, always remember videos work better than still photos or anything like that. Okay, so make sure you do that. And on Instagram, make sure you use what? Reels. Okay, so who's listening from La Jolla? Okay, all about the experiences. Miss Cheryl Rogers, thank you so much for listening from La Jolla. Hey, you guys know where La Jolla is? La Jolla is a suburb of San Diego. Okay, so Miss Cheryl Rogers is that's where she works now. So she's in La Jolla. So thank you so much for chiming in. In fact, we have to have a conversation, Miss Rogers, about the I can't think of the name of the platform now. A couple of conversations we have to have. Okay, so if you get a moment, hit a brother up. How is your professional or personal brand staying relevant? These are 4 questions I ask every week. How is your professional or personal brand staying relevant? You got to stay relevant in the game, right? You got to be in the game. If you're not being relevant, you're not in the game. Okay, just remember that. Number 2, knowing what you know now, is there anything that you are doing differently? This is for you to answer, not for me. I'm just bringing this up. Okay. Number 3, have you connected with anyone new lately? New or old? Like, new people, like on I can say this every day. I connect with someone new on Clubhouse. So yeah, I connect with somebody on Clubhouse. So if you're not on Clubhouse, you need to be connecting with people. You need to get on Clubhouse and connect with people. Boom, there you go. Did you hear that, Miss Michelle Carlin? Okay. And then number four, what has this situation taught you? Hotels, are you selling differently? You can't do the same thing that you're doing. Okay. You got to change your mindset. Okay. You have to do things differently. Are you marketing more or less? Are you keeping your brand in front of your competition? Okay. COVID is still going on. I understand that. But especially here in Southern California, things are starting to loosen up a little. Occupancy may be going up a little more. I mean, this is the time you should have been doing this before, but you're not at full capacity. Okay, you may not be for a while. I don't know, but you need to start putting out some stuff out there, social media, whatever it is. Come on air with Russell of Hotels Hospitality Show. Talk about your brand, whatever it is. You need to do something. You need to disrupt the status quo. All right, that's what you need to do. So and then a quick shout out. And before I do this shout out, I'm going to do this real quick thing here. And I'm not going to be able to talk during this, but check this out. And I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this in the shout out. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what Russell of Hotels does. They do on the fly promotions for hotels. Okay. Who else is doing that? I don't know. No one. But that's what I'm talking about. So quick shout out to Mr. Ssi Score, GM at the Ace Hotel. And this is just a thank you for allowing me to post up and use your Wi-Fi, your free Wi-Fi, and do some work last Friday. And then he actually bought me a cup of coffee. Well, actually, I don't do coffee. I do chai. Okay. He bought me a chai latte. Okay. So I'm a chai latte kind of guy. So I want to thank him so much for doing that. And that's what I do. So he allowed me to post up. So I don't have a problem with promoting that hotel because I think it's a great hotel and I like him. So hey, there you go. On air with Russell of Hotels does what he wants to do. He breaks his own rules, okay? And it's all about what? Disrupting the status quo. So I disrupted it for my brand and I disrupted it for the Ace Hotel because that's what they're about too. They're about disrupting the status quo as well. So that's why I did that. So what else? Stay positive, test negative. That's a quote from Joe Tatizian. Okay. Stay positive, test negative. Oh, that guy's something else. So anyway, did I have anything really to talk about? No, I didn't. So basically I'm just no, there's some things that I have to end the show with though. See, when you have your own show, and your own platform now. So I broke away from the radio show and I'm doing my own platform, right? So I didn't, StreamYard. So you can end early, I can start late, I can go over if I have to, right? And I can do things on the fly. So just like I just showed that video of Ace Hotels, I mean, those are things that I could not have done. So although, like I said, it was great, but it's in order for you to grow sometimes in a podcast or whatever, you have to branch out on your own. And that's basically why I did what I did. So, I mean, this is just advice for people that are doing podcasts. I learned a lot being with, someone that managed my podcast, but I'm learning a lot more now. I can be more creative now that I'm on my own doing it. So, I mean, is there one way better than the other? No, because I learned a lot. Now, so if I would have never went with, LA Talk Radio before, I don't know what the heck I would have done. I don't know where I would be at this point. I probably would have got discouraged and said, you know what, heck with this, I'm out. Because, the average podcast lasts 6 episodes. That's it. We're up to show number 99. Okay, so I do thank the guys at LA Talk Radio for showing me the ropes, so to speak. But like I said, once you know the ropes, sometimes you have to branch out on your own. So with that being said, I got my 4 P's. It's called the ROH, or Russell of Hotels. The 4 P's, okay? Number 1, purpose. Know why you're doing what you're doing. Know why I'm doing this. Why am I doing this show? Because I wanted to, first of all, be a marketing disruptor, disrupt the status quo, but bring hospitality topics and trends and things like that in a different kind of way. You know, I'm not too serious on this show. We ain't curing cancer on this show. All right. So we can laugh, we can have a joke, and we can be funny with anything. Okay. So that's what we try to do. But, keep things in perspective, but I'm going to have fun. Okay. So that's one thing. Know why you're doing it. Number two, people, be a leader, but be inclusive. Number three, passion. Either you have it or you don't. If I didn't have passion for the show, we wouldn't have gone past show number 3 or 6 or whatever. Okay. But we're at 99. I said that before, but I'm saying it again. Okay. We're at show 99. So have a passion for what you do, whatever that is. 4, perseverance. Be consistent. Continue to evolve, right? Meaning, throw things, throw another spin out there, like the video I just did. And that actually came from, let me just give credit where credit's due. The guy, Dan, that had a conversation with me in my front yard on Saturday while I was doing my yard, the one that actually told me that, make sure the video is from the waist up instead of the chest up. Okay. I took that advice. And he also said, hey, when you mention things, maybe you can put up a picture, like he said, this is exactly what he said. He said, if you're mentioning a hotel, why don't you put a still picture? I don't know how hard that is, but I said, I'm going to take that a step further. First, I thanked him. I said, that's a good idea. But I took that a step further and did video. Okay. Because guess what? Video resonates more than a still picture. So thank you so much again, Dan, for that. That's part of evolving, right? Someone gives you information. What are you going to do with it? Either you're going to take it or you're just like, oh, no, he's not going to tell me how to run my show. No, that's not. I didn't get to where I am by having that attitude. Okay. So you may think that, but no, I'm going to take everything that people say and I'm going to apply it where I can. Right. So, but you always got to put your own spin on it. But thank you, Dan, for telling me that. And hopefully you come by on Saturday and I can thank you in person. And don't give up and swerve when you need to. Okay. So there you go. Leaders need to have more empathy during these COVID times because COVID is not over. Be more inclusive with your teams. Okay. So wherever you work, be more inclusive with your team. That's going to go a lot further. Use this time to develop yourself. So all this time that we've had, and unfortunately some people have lost their jobs and things like that, but that's the time that we need to better ourselves. We need to do more trainings if that's on Zoom trainings or whatever, because a lot of people are offering a lot of free Zoom trainings or whatever, webinars or whatever. We need to take advantage of that stuff, right? Or just like Clubhouse, they give all this free information that normally people would be charging for this stuff. You go to conferences and you pay money for all these conferences, how to market yourself, how to, brand this, brand that. They're doing this stuff on Clubhouse for free. Okay. And these are professional people. You can vet these people out. You can see, because everything is linked to something, a website or their Instagram page or something. So you can look them up and see exactly what they've done. And then, choose wisely if you want to, follow these people or not. But, it's a lot of good information out there. So, and it's free information. So why wouldn't somebody want to do it? I don't know. But anyway, that's just me. So use this time, once again, use this time to develop yourself, separate yourself from the pack, learn some new things, invest in yourself, and always stay relevant. Focus on what you can control. You can't control everything. Just focus on the stuff you can control. Your brand is your culture, and leadership dictates where your company will go. And don't I know that, because I work for some good people that the hotel soared, and I work for some questionable people in the hotel. Okay, so just do two different types of people, right? So, but anyway, so be a good, effective leader. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Remember, next week is what? Next week is show number 100, where I'm going to have a series of women, because guess what? It is Women's International Women's Month, and I do want to pay homage to women. Okay, because like I said, I don't think they get enough credit for the things that they do. I mean, they gotta support people like me and all this kind of crap, that guys or men throw at women and things like that. So this is just my way of giving back to them. So I'm not going to tell you who those women are, because I haven't reached out to all of them. But right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and then I think I've added a couple more in my head. I haven't written it down, but in my head, I've added a couple more. And some of these people have been on the show before. So most of them have been on the show before. So, and, so it's my time for them to come on and ask me questions. And hopefully the questions aren't too hard and not too difficult for me to answer. Because if I can't answer it, I'm gonna tap out. Next question. But anyway, thank you so much. Good afternoon, cousin Janie. Thank you so much for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Once again, we're going to take it out of here now. It's like 4 minutes till, but like I said, it doesn't matter. It's my show. I can leave early or I can leave late. Doesn't matter. But I choose to leave early today. So you guys have a great day. Happy Tuesday. Remember, today is Taco Tuesday. I haven't mentioned that in a while. I don't know what I'm going to eat today, but believe me, it will be something plant-based and it will be good. So you guys take it easy, be good, be safe, and yeah, that's it. Peace.